All right, we're in our last video for this week. It's 4.3 lesson 1. And we are doing some word problems. So it says, I can interpret division word problems as either number of groups, and that's how we're going to label them today, or group size unknown, which is number in each group is what we're finding. Okay, so we're going to be doing RDW. We're going to draw, read, draw, and write. So tape diagrams as well. So let's look at our first problem. It says Dr. Casey has 1,868 milliliters of medicine T. She pours equal amounts of medicine into 4 containers. How many milliliters of medicine are in each container? I'm going to box up my numbers. And I always put the labels inside my boxes because they're really important when we go to our tape diagram. And then I'm finding how many milliliters of medicine are in each container. So already right here I see in each container, which tells me I'm going to be finding number in each group. So I'm already noticing what I'm finding. So if I were to draw a tape diagram for this, I know my total number, right, of how much we have in all of medicine T, which is 1,868, and I'm going to do milliliters, the abbreviation, which is ml. And then it says she pours equal amounts of medicine into 4 containers. Okay, and one hint of whether it's in each group or number of groups is if my labels match. Well, this is 4 containers. This is 1,868 milliliters. So that tells me that this is not going to be the number in each group. It's going to be the number of groups. So I'm going to split it up. And these are going to be my numbers of groups, right? I have 4, and then I'm going to write my label on it, containers. So 1 container, 2 container, 3 container, 4 containers. I'm trying to find how many is in each group. So those are my question marks inside. How many milliliters are in each of these containers? So what kind of math are we doing? Well, if we go look at we're always doing division word problems, so we're going to be dividing. So I'm going to do standard algorithm. I'm going to do 1,868 divided by my 4 containers. I'm going to solve. 4 goes into 1, 0 times. 4 times 0 is 0, minus 1, bring down my 8. 4 goes into 18. I can do my skip counting down the side. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So 16 is as close as I can get. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus, I get 2. Bring down my 6. How many times can 4 go into 26? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I might be able to fit 1 more. 2 more, too big. So I'm going to do 24. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So 6 times goes on the top. 4 times 6 is 24. Minus, I get 2. Bring down my 8. How many times does 4 go into 28? Well, I have that number right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And I get 28 minus 0. So I'm going to go back to my question so I know what I'm answering. It says, how many milliliters of medicine are in each container? There are 467 milliliters, or you can write out milliliters, in each container. So for this first one, we found number in each group, right? That was our question mark. Those were our question marks inside the boxes. So let's go to our second problem. It says 232 people are driving to a conference. If each car holds 4 people, including the driver, how many cars will be needed? So I'm going to box up my numbers. This one is actually written in word form. I'm going to box that up. So there's how many people we have to drive. They're putting 4 people in each car, and I need to know how many cars will be needed. Okay? Well, if I look right now, I see that my total number is people, right? 232 people. And then I also have people as how many are going in each car. So if I have them, if they match, that means I'm finding my number of groups, right? The cars are my groups. How many cars do I need? Cars doesn't match our total. So let's look at that as a tape diagram. My total is 232 people. I'm getting 4 people in each car, so 4 people, 4 people. But I don't know how many groups I have or how many cars I have. So I'm going to put dot, dot, dot. It could be 10, it could be 100, I don't know. So I'm going to put dot, dot, dot. It keeps going on. But every time that I have a car, it's going to have 4 people in it. So that means I have 1 car, 2 car, dot, dot, dot to I don't know how many cars, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out is how many cars I have. Okay, so this is still a division tape diagram, but instead of knowing my number or knowing the number of groups, I'm trying to find my number of groups. That's my question mark. So we're going to do the same thing. Standard algorithm, 232 divided by 4. 4 goes into 2, 0 times. 4 times 0 is 0 minus 2, bring down my 3. 4 goes into 23. Well, luckily, I already did all my 4 skip counting down here, so I'm just going to look how many times it goes into 23. 24 will be too many, so I'm going to go to 20. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Minus 3, bring down my 2. So 4 goes into 32. 4, 8, 28. Let me see if I have another 4, would be 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 8 is 32 minus 0. So it says how many cars will be needed? 58 cars will be needed. So really important during our word problems that we're drawing a tape diagram. That's going to help us figure out if we have our number of groups, number in each group, and then what we're finding. We will work on this tomorrow. All right, I'll see everyone tomorrow.